your forecast first. Sponsored by Natax Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing.
After the gorgeous conditions that we had this weekend, it's been very much a dreary Monday across Central Illinois with all the rain showers that we have. And we have more on the way, too, as you can see, with our current conditions here. 43 degrees in Lincoln, as well as in Decatur, 42 in Champaign, 43 in Danville, 44 in Mattoon. And the look from Danville on our Florida America weather camera, on a roofing dog on it, you've got the clouds, the low-hanging clouds, and the rain showers. It'll be moving through the area this evening, going into the overnight hours, and even into tomorrow as well. Winds are out of the east right now. They'll eventually change direction more out of the northeast tonight, and we're talking about a northwest wind for the day tomorrow. But the big thing for tomorrow will be the rain changing over to snow that we're expecting. Tonight, though, everything stays in the form of rain showers. WCIA 3 News starts right now.
Now from WCIA 3 News.
I want them to see that it does happen. It's not just a story out there.
Why one school district brought in an ex-convict to stop them from vaping.
Plus, a mother says her third-grade daughter was bullied and it was caught on camera. Why she says that's only one of the problems.
And a woman was found dead inside a Champaign home over the weekend. The latest on the investigation into her murder.
You're watching your local news leader. This is WCIA 3 News at 5.
These are the kids are our future generations. This is what Operation Hope's going to do. We're going to work with the younger kids.
You often hear about the push to get teenagers not to vape. Now there's an effort to make sure tweens aren't doing it either. Good evening, I'm Paul Cicchini.
And I'm Jennifer Roscoe. There's a reason the education has to start younger. The CDC says 10% of middle schoolers admitted to vaping last year. WCIA 3's Andy Olson is live in our control room. Andy, the government is trying to crack down on kids vaping, so what are schools doing?
Well, Shaylin's Hope is a drug prevention organization out of Atwood. They organized to have a national drug education program come to Central Illinois and talk to students about vaping. They started today at East Prairie Middle School in Tuscola. Now, Shaylin's Hope wanted to stop more students from following that path of vaping. When asked if they knew someone who does vape, almost all of the middle schoolers raised their hands. Michael De Leon was the speaker. He started the nonprofit Steered Straight after he was released from prison for hard drugs and gang violence. They wanted kids to know anyone could follow down that path he took.
I want them to see that it's real. I want them to see that it does happen. It's not just a story out there. It really happens to real people. Just like today, those kids didn't know I lost my daughter. You know, it's real. I'm 7 miles from them. So it's just getting them to realize that it really does happen.
The speaker, De Leon, visited over 700 schools just last year. His own path to hard drugs started as a nicotine addiction while he was in middle school. He's been doing the dangers of nicotine education programs since 2007. He says recently their mission has had to readjust because of that rise of vaping. He's hoping his own experiences will help that rise stop in its tracks. Live in the control room, Andy Olson, WCIA 3, your local news leader.
Andy, thank you so much. Steered Straight is visiting more schools in Central Illinois until Wednesday. They'll visit Arthur, Lovington, Atwood, Hammond schools tomorrow, including a session for parents to learn about vaping at 6:30 p.m. Then Wednesday, Monticello schools will have an assembly and another parent academy. A Mattoon man was arrested for sexually assaulting a child. Mattoon police arrested Earl Childress. They say in fall 2017, he had contact with a girl younger than 13. If he's found guilty, he could spend up to 60 years in prison. Cyberbullying can be a big problem with all of the social media apps that are out there now.
Yeah, and one mom in Vermilion County wants to put a stop to that. WCIA 3's Karina Rubio is in our newsroom tonight. So, Karina, why is this mom in particular advocating against cyberbullying?
Paul, the mom, Amber Schlecke, says her third-grade daughter was physically and verbally harassed by older girls from the Hoopston area middle school. Schlecke says even though the bullying happened after school hours, it's only part of the problem. She says the middle schoolers posted videos of the incident to social media during school hours. The mom says they locked her in the room while they harassed her. Schlecke says, yes, bullying is common with kids, but there should be no excuse for cyberbullying because it spreads fast among students.
She was physically hurt, and it breaks my heart that she was hurt, and especially mentally. No one in the world should ever hurt you, especially as a child.
Schlechte says since the video was shared at school, she thinks the student should face consequences. She says she tried several times to talk to the school, but hasn't received any clear answers for days. I reached out to the Hoopston School District Superintendent, Robert Richardson. He told me he's aware of the situation and is currently looking into what happened. Live in the newsroom, Karina Rubio, WCIA 3, your local news leader.
Well, hopefully she gets some answers soon. Karina, thanks. The U.S. Cyberbullying Research Center does yearly studies that look at online harassment. The center said in 2019 alone, about 40% of minors said they'd been victims of cyberbullying out of nearly 5,000 survey respondents. Officials continue to investigate a homicide in Champaign. It happened over the weekend near Dale and West Anthony Drive. Deputies were sent to a home for a welfare check yesterday, and that's where they found 34-year-old Tanisha Jenkins dead. It is believed she died overnight. Crime scene investigators spent hours collecting evidence yesterday and into today. A memorial with more than a dozen candles has been set up below the crime scene tape. We are working to learn the cause of Jenkins' death and whether authorities have a suspect in the case.
We have new information on a death investigation in Springfield. We now know the name of the man found hanging at City Hall. The coroner identified him as 33-year-old Nicholas Gibson. Police say he was found in a public bathroom in a locked stall. There weren't any signs of foul play. We have an update on a robbery turned murder in Decatur. One of the 4 suspects arrested at the time has pleaded guilty. Celsie Taylor was shot and killed during a robbery of her apartment. Her fiance, Brittany Wilson, was shot several times and survived. Shelton Cook reversed his not guilty plea today, right before his jury trial was supposed to start. He'll spend 20 years in prison. Cook was the last of the 4 suspects to either plead guilty or be found guilty.
The race for Congress in Illinois' 15th congressional district is heating up. Why it's now getting national attention.
Plus, the Legionnaire's outbreak at an Illinois VA happened 5 years ago. Why one group is still talking about clean water.